to build a home on the foundation of Islam is to live. Let your attitude radiate Islam. Let your attitude radiate Islam. There is Islamophobia everywhere. People talk about it, but with a singular attitude of a Muslim, people have a different understanding of a Muslim. I would like to share a brief practical example. I met a friend in the course of our work, and he said a lot of people, like the way they have given us the name as Nigerians, anywhere you are. He said, okay, people were just judging Nigerians. And he is a Muslim from a very Muslim-dominated country. Nigeria is not 90% Muslim. But this Nigerian vacated his room for them to be using for salat, and was living with, squatting with one of them. He said him that is from a Muslim-dominated country would never have even thought of that. You see, so he has been able to change the mindset and understanding of how Nigerians are perceived by his own singular attitude. So it's living Islam. You have to live it. Your attitude needs to radiate it. Because Islam has taught us many things: time management, resource control. Time management is what I have seen people say. They have said it in several forums that have been, that one thing about Muslims are that time of prayer. Don't put your meetings at time of prayer. Don't do this at time of prayer. That is being conscious of the fact that Muslims, they are very good in managing time. And they will always say, I prefer, a Christian saying this to me, that I prefer to do a business with a Muslim, because when they say this, it is this. So it is living those values of Islam and let it radiate, so that a singular act from you can change the story or play a very good music about Islam.
What it means, I think, is that it is living a life that is, successful here and in the hereafter. I think that is what it means. How do you get there? First of all, you have to understand what it is. As Muslims, yes, we answer to a name, but many of us don't even, really understand fully what we have subscribed to. And I think it is important, that we educate ourselves and we understand what it is that Islam requires of us. That is the first step. So with education, with awareness, then you begin to understand what your responsibility is and what your role is. So in that education, it could be educating all members of the family, including the adults and the children. So you start from the very basics, and I mean the very basic means belief in Allah. Who is Allah? What should our relationship with Allah be? So once we understand that, then I think that it is easier to now look at, okay, so these are the injunctions. This is what we've been told to do. This is what we've been told not to do. So how do we imbibe that in our daily lives? The first instruction, to the Prophet ﷺ was to read. So it is to encourage, reading. It is to encourage researching and understanding of who we even are, so that when something comes to us that is contrary to what our belief system is, we can be able to even identify that it is contrary, and we can reject it. So I think these are the steps. First of all, understand what it is that is required of us, and then putting those things into practice. So when we say that we believe in Allah, and that's the true God that is worthy of worship, yes. So then that means that that there are other false gods, So even to explain to children, why is it that that it is important to shun them? So I believe awareness, education, and then understanding those roles and responsibilities and taking them on, in our daily lives. What do we do every day that does not contradict our shahada as being Muslims. So my brother talked about prayer, at the time of prayer. Yes, some of us are Muslim, but when, there's it's prayer time, we do other things. We just think, oh, let me just finish this thing that I'm doing now, and then I can, I would pray later. So in doing that, that is also kind of negating what it is that you have said. So you should be able to put everything down and go ahead, to say your prayers. So when we understand the magnitude of what it means for us, to be Muslims, then, we can now make a conscious effort to be able to, live according to those injunctions and those rules that have been set for us. I think that is the how.
Thank you so much, Adia, for that.